Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. When a team already has a playoff spot in their back pocket, it can be easy to lose focus and ease up late in the regular season. But not losing momentum going into the playoffs is also important, so they just can't mail it in here. It's the Lions going up against the Packers. Set for the call of this Week 15 matchup, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Larry, from one of the truly iconic stadiums in the NFL, there's a look at Lambeau Field here in Green Bay, Wisconsin. Tonight, we put a bow on Week 15 with a good Monday night matchup between the Detroit Lions and the Green Bay Packers. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. They come up in an offset eye. Time running out here on the play clock. Now a first carry for T.J. Yeldon. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24. The wide receivers, often a very, very talented group, and that's the case here.
And they don't mind showcasing it either. Those guys love to be flashy, love to make big plays out in the open field. They will attempt to do so in this game.
On second down, here's Wentz. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. T.J. Yeldon, the one he was looking for. And it'll bring up third down. And a peek at the defense for the Packers.
Calais Campbell is one of the tallest defensive ends in the league. Has the ability to get low and play the run, and adds excellent kick blocking ability.
Now Wentz on third down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. A well-designed corner blitz that gets him for a loss of 8 yards. So on fourth down, here's Sam Martin to punt it away for Detroit. And their inaugural sack of the game coming from an unlikely source.
You mean it wasn't a linebacker? It wasn't a defensive end?
It was somebody like you.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, that's a surprise for the offense. That's not what they normally get when they think about pressure. We got the
Now Hundley. Caught on the right side by Adams. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. And they talked about how important the passing game was going to be against that defensive look. Good job there going to the air for the first down.
It's all about preparation. It's all about planning. And then it's about execution. So put it all together in practice. Okay, this is what we think we're going to see. This is how they get to it. And then when the game comes, read it and attack it.
They'll get a couple yards on that one, and that'll make it a second down. And the quarterback, he's got some big threats at wideout.
And they seem to get bigger all the time, don't they, Brandon? Every time I look out and watch a game, we're getting these bigger, more athletic, acrobatic receivers. We have some today.
Come on, let's go. Ohio!
Throwing, Hundley. And his throw is incomplete. And now the Lions' defensive starters.
Jonathan Cyprien didn't have a big name coming into the league, but people know who he is now. A very fast center fielder of a safety.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to wind up and air it out. Try to get it to Cobb, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. Here's the Lion offense now as they get ready to take over. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down. So the Lions go backwards there, and unfortunately that's something they saw